As the drama continued with NMP and Malena, if you guys missed out, be sure to check out the other videos on my channel. Now the situation between Mizkif and NMP has taken another turn, this time after private Discord messages between the two were brought into the public discussion. The screenshots appear to show a heated exchange between the two, with NMP accusing Mizkif of being angry and projecting his own issues onto him. NMP also claims in the messages that he had been one of Mizkif's only real friends, saying that he had helped him when he needed it and called him out when he was acting badly. Mizkif then responded in the exchange.
Let's put the rest of your $800,000 on that I don't pay this guy and I've never talked to him once, chumbucket. Down? If not, I'd stop talking. You're self-projecting real hard here, Mr. Eastern Waltz, which is Nick's account he has literally used to attack me. I'd sit this one out. So Nick goes, bro, I don't care. I know it's you. Notice how he doesn't say he's not Eastern Waltz because he admitted it in court. I'm not going to sue you over it. If you remove your anger, your hatred, and jealousy, sit down and think. I was one of the only real friends you had. He voted to kick me out of the org. He talked shit relentlessly in his Discord and called you out on your bullshit, which you didn't like. He didn't like what the actual. It's okay though, because I remember the Prime MIZ. I'm sure you remember Prime Malena too when she was 15. You know, Nick says I don't have it. I mean, there it is right there. He says he misses Prime MIZ. I mean, there you go. That's Prime MIZ right there. Don't know what to tell you this. Because remember, I'm in a lawsuit with OTK. I would love for it to come out that I'm not that Chumbuck account and Nick is a piece of shit. I would love for it. And that's why I'm waiting, because I know all it will get proven in court. Like, yeah, I'm Chumbucket. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've put smear hate campaigns against people. Yeah, okay.
The situation has taken another turn after leaked Discord messages between NMP and Mizkif began circulating, giving viewers a much closer look at the hostility between the two. The messages show the two going back and forth over accusations involving online accounts, money and their history as former friends. NMP accused Mizkif of putting more effort into paying Twitter accounts to attack him than into creating content, while Mizkif pushed back and accused NMP of repeatedly talking about him and portraying him negatively. Mizkif also told NMP that he was never his enemy and that he had previously tried to call him out because he believed NMP wasn't listening to the people around him. NMP then responded by saying he wasn't going to sue Mizkif and told him to put aside his anger, hatred, and jealousy. He reminded Mizkif that he considered himself one of his only real friends, claiming that he had helped him when he needed it and called him out when he believed he was acting badly. NMP finished by saying that he chose to remember the Prime MIZ rather than what Mizkif had allegedly become. Mizkif then fired back with a comment that immediately caught people's attention, referencing Malena and saying, "I'm sure you remember Prime Malenia too when she was 15. That screenshot quickly spread because it appeared alongside the wider discussion surrounding Malena, her court testimony, and the renewed scrutiny surrounding her past relationship with NMP. But the reaction didn't stop there. Some people questioned whether the leaked screenshots actually showed the complete conversation, arguing that individual screenshots could potentially be missing surrounding context. Others, focused on NMP's, claimed that Mizkif was connected to accounts criticizing him and began debating whether the messages provided enough evidence to support that accusation. The discussion then turned toward Mizkif's alleged use of paid clipping and promotion. One commenter argued that Mizkif showing he had never spoken to the account on X didn't prove that he wasn't communicating with the person elsewhere, pointing out that Discord could also be used. Mizkif then responded directly to that criticism. Rather than denying that he paid people to promote his content, Mizkif sarcastically embraced the accusation, saying he was apparently an innovator because he paid people to post clips about him and his life. But he added an important distinction. According to Mizkif, he had given the people he paid several paragraphs of instructions telling them not to lie about anything, because they wouldn't be paid if they did. He then sarcastically asked whether that made him an innovator, comparing the situation to the idea of paying clippers to create and distribute content.
If you put half as much effort into content rather than paying Twitter accounts to slander me, you'd probably have more than 800 real viewers to rub together. This dude is insane. Like, he literally thinks I think about him ever. I never think about him. Yet he somehow is my schizo. Like, is this not schizophrenic, him thinking I'm always thinking or talking about him? I don't think about you, Nick. Most people don't. I never did anything to you, lil pup, besides call you out on your view botting. Yeah, okay. Then you assaulted me. Yeah, okay, buddy. I never was your enemy, and if you actually listened, you probably wouldn't be in the situation you are in now.
In other news, Asmongold is now openly considering leaving Twitch. The streamer has raised concerns over Twitch's enforcement after recently finding himself worried about potentially being banned again. For Asmongold, the issue isn't simply about one particular suspension or moderation decision. He says he feels there's a bigger problem with how Twitch's terms of service are being enforced, arguing that enforcement can sometimes feel inconsistent depending on the circumstances. Here's Asmongold's full-depth response.
You know, I'm going to try, like, I hope I don't get banned again. I don't think what I said was bannable. I don't think that I said anything wrong. wrong. I don't think I was wrong. But, you know, again, I don't really want to get banned. But if I do, you know, I'll probably just, I'm thinking about just moving over and streaming on another platform entirely. Right now, I know a lot of you guys really like Twitch, and people like watching on Twitch, etc. It's the biggest live stream platform right now. But, you know, obviously times change, right? And, you know, if I have to make a decision between like keeping it real versus maintaining a terms of service that's being circumstantially enforced, I'm gonna be keeping it real, right? I'm gonna, or at least my version of it, right? This is what I think the world is the way I look at things. So yeah, that's really it. I don't want to have to make that decision, but you know, I like if it comes down to it, that's what I'm going to do. And you know, Twitch, yeah, we've got Rumble, we've got Kick, we've got YouTube even, right? I mean, YouTube has its own set of complications, but you know, overall, I would say all of these different, you know, like grass is always greener on the other side. These other 3 yards are all better than Twitch. And so, you know, Twitch is it's a nice place. I've streamed on it for 10 years. I'm attached to Twitch. I like Twitch. I care about Twitch. But, you know, like all things do come to an end eventually. And, you know, hopefully that doesn't happen. But obviously with the 2 weeks, I've had to clearly consider it, obviously consider it. So, yeah. Twitch is popular because streamers like you who are afraid to move, you care about what Twitch used to be. Yeah, you're right. I mean, no, that's totally a fair criticism. I think you're totally right. I think that, yeah, I mean, if there were more people that didn't have, you know, if Twitch didn't have the first mover advantage, etc., then I think that you'd have a very different dynamic of what's going on. And I think that, you know, really over time that might change, but I don't know yet.
From the community was pretty divided, although a large portion of the responses appeared to support the idea of ASMON leaving. One viewer argued that Twitch's enforcement has become increasingly hypocritical, saying that some streamers appear to get away with behavior that results in other creators being punished. Another commenter went even further, arguing that Twitch needs Asmongold more than Asmongold needs Twitch because of the size and influence of his audience. There were also people suggesting that his departure could have a much bigger impact on Twitch itself, with one commenter claiming that removing one of the platform's biggest personalities would expose just how much Twitch relies on its established creators. And then there were viewers who said they would actually follow Asmongold if he made the move. One commenter claimed that they're already seeing people leave Twitch for Kick because of what they perceive as biased enforcement and better opportunities for creators.
Go to cinema, let's see it. Analyzer, moderator stance, sound filter, 6 monitors, pedals, drums, the gaming guitar controllers, 6 consoles, 10 computers, bunch of wires, sound pads, speakers, antenna, satellite, dog cam, cat tree, cat this, and a bunch of dog dude, right? Don't forget to read the analyze NASA's landing speeds, dude. Okay, not bad.